BagFuel, baby.
BagFuel, we back. Like, subscribe, super thanks. You know we love the super thanks. Like I always tell you, go to BagFuel.com, get my cookbook. If you want the consultations, DM me for the consultations. If you want the promo runs, DM us for the promo runs. We out in Texas right now, and I got my partner to the left of me.
Hynaken.
You know what I'm saying? Go cop my cookbook. Go cop his BagFuel, baby. T-shirts and sweatshirts, and you can join my school at the school app. Go to Esso University. It's only $47 a month, and it'll change your life. That's a fact. We out here with the guy right here. Slim Thug, you heard?
What's up, boss?
Yeah.
Welcome
Yo,
to H-Town.
man.
I
Welcome
don't know,
to H-Town.
before we started officially, you was reflecting. Is that something you want to speak on camera? Or
What?
just on the Breakfast Club, seeing dudes too?
Oh yeah, I was just saying, like, your buddy was just telling me last time he seen me was at Turkey Leg Hut, and I was like, damn, that was just, like not too long ago. Now, you seen it, from it being open, the model black business to them being in jail is just crazy. That's what it was. It was just like reflection. He just reminded me, man. Last time I seen you, you was sitting on the patio. So yeah. I'm glad I was supporting though. You know what I'm saying?
Things change fast.
Fast. That's really what it is. What I was just saying. Like, that's it. That's what I was saying. Like, 'cause like I say, they was together. Now they broke up. Jail, all kind of stuff. Business, closed. That was 3 years ago, I think. I was looking at the Breakfast Club interview. So it's just like, man, I hate to see it. I hate to see anybody, go through that. So, but life is real. It's a lesson in everything you see. More than I look at people and, laugh or anything like that. I try to learn. You know what I'm saying? Because life is real. It can switch up at any time. So, you want to learn from people's mistakes.
Were you this appreciative your whole life, or did it take a change for this to come about?
Man, life. It took a long time of growing up. I'm 45 now. You look at stuff different, man. It's like life real, man. It's like that's what I mean. Like you'll see a lot of people come up, and you'll see a lot of people go down. And that's what I saw a lot of, and not just that, but and people be always getting on me about the shit I say, but
I was going to talk about that.
Right, but at the end of the day, it's because of the way I see life, like that type of thing. Like everybody try to predict life. You know what I'm saying? And say how it's gonna be. I'm gonna be this. We gonna be together forever. A lot of stuff like that is just unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? And that's that's what I always like to say. Only thing can tell the truth is time. And,
there you go.
And that's the only thing that you can really believe in is time. And the only way you know a person is after spending enough time with them and seeing all sides of them, and that takes time to see all sides of a person. You can see a person in their glory days when they up, that's a certain attitude. And then you got to see a person when they down to really know who they really is, A lot of people just see one side of a person and think that's who they is. But, like I said, it take time. You got to go up and down in this life to really just get to know who you're dealing with. You could be with a woman and you was only with her when you was up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When them hard times come, how is the love going to be there? You know what I'm saying?
When you start talking like this, they start, I don't know what it is. Every 9 days you're on this shade room.
Yeah.
One of those, and they're complaining about your perspective on life.
And I'm not even that famous or nothing. I don't even get it, bro. I really try my best to get away from, the gossip blogs, man. Really like that. Really like people think that's what I aim for or something. Like I really don't like it at all. Like I really get on there. Man, I hate y'all. I talk down on them to try to keep them from posting me. Really, like, cause what you're dealing with is I'm a 45-year-old man. Like I say, my whole career has never been based on clout. It always been based on what I wanted to do. I'm independent. So if I was really trying to get the fame and the most looks from everybody, I would have went a different route, you know what I'm saying? And I always stayed independent. I'm known for being independent. So I never wanted the fame, so much, because it's like people think it's good, but it's bad. Like, cause look, right now, like you said, when they put me on these blogs, they put me on blogs with people who not my fans. These people don't even know me. You know, these people ain't my supporters. They ain't put no money in my pocket. So it's like, you know, I have a direct crowd that I, you know, cater to, you know, my direct fans who really know who I am, who can read through the clickbait, you know, or whatever is going on right now.
Do you think it's really clickbait? And what I'm gonna say about this is there are certain people that will never make an impact for a multitude of reasons. They don't have the physical look, they don't have the tonality, the voice, the charisma, the career accolades. So when we look at Slim Thug, you have a lot of those packages. A powerful name, a presence physically, tone, and then your message, and now it's like, we think this is gonna work.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the times I don't look at myself like that. Like I move like, look at me.
Yeah.
I ain't even got no jewelry on or nothing. Like, and that's what it is more than anything. I live a regular life. Like I'm working on old schools every day. I'm in the gym. I'm outside. Like yeah, I ain't never with bodyguards trying to be no superstar or carrying myself in that fashion. I'm not on the radio. I don't all my new music. I don't even make radio versions. Like I don't aim to do that. I directly to my fans, and this is what I've been doing from day one. So it's like when I get on those blogs and stuff like that, I really don't like it, man, because it's like I'm talking to people who really don't know me. So it's like it's gonna be judgment. It's gonna be believing the clickbait they might see. You know what I'm saying? So.
Did it change your mind about even doing it? Or
Oh, it definitely changed it. For the longest I was doing it, if everybody who actually knows me, man, like who really know me, my fans, I was doing it for them. I was going live every day on what I would call Thugger News. On Thugger News is like my personal positive message to the people. I would just get on there and talk to them, and a word would come to me that some type of positive motivated message every day I would give to people trying to help them, encourage them to, get to the next level of life. But through that, the people who, on the internet were trying to get money, they would chop up things I would say and it would go viral, all the time. And instead of ever posting the positive things I say, they would always try to, make something I said into something negative. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was something I was doing just for my people. It wasn't me getting paid for it. So, like I say, I don't even like all that attention. So I stopped doing it. When really I felt like that was part of my connecting me to my blessings by just being real with my people and talking to them and giving them some game, you know what I'm saying? But I had to stop because they kept, clickbaiting, and a lot of people just ain't got the common sense. A lot of people gonna see something and not take no time to actually see if it's real or not, and that's why I don't like being on them different blogs. Now, the people who actually know me, engage with what I got going on, they'll see the clickbait and know it's fake out top. You know what I'm saying? Because these are my actual people. So when I get on the blogs, the gossip blogs, these people don't promote nothing I do. They don't never say when I got no music out or nothing like that. So I don't understand why I'm a topic. When it be random shit I say or whatever.
I think, you're invoking feelings that people don't have the courage to say.
That's what I
one.
believe it is. It's different.
Two, there are a lot of men who don't have a voice to express what they feel inside of themselves.
Right.
And when they see a person like yourself doing it, they feel like this guy's our shield and our sword at the same time, whether that's your intention or not.
And it's a war on masculine men.
It is.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
So don't forget the war on the
I really
masculine
believe
men.
all is what you said. I believe it's facts and everything y'all said. So yeah, that's what it really is. It's really like you don't have a lot of people who have the perspective I have, or if they do have it, they can't see it. Whatever. They got women. They got relationships and stuff. They can't daughters, whatever it is. That they got to protect. And I understand that. But like I say, it ain't never been for the mass audience. It only been for the ones who actually know me and understand, who I am or whatever. Because a lot of the times, man, the world is big, man, and a lot of people, like I say, like a lot of them people don't even know me. They think the last thing I did was probably still tipping or something, So at the end of the day, I don't even explain myself to nobody who ain't really my people or whatever, you know. So it's
core
just
fans.
exactly. The people who know me know me. So by the time they figure out whatever they thought was the truth was a lie or it was some clickbait, you know, I wasn't even looking for them anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's what happened. That's what's like bad. It's like, man, you personally decorate your life into being an independent artist where you can have direct fan connection, where you don't have to get, go through the system everybody else go through or whatever, and do the things everybody and deal with certain motherfuckers you don't want to deal with, But then I'm 45 and now all of a sudden people want to try to make me, famous. I'm like, man, leave me alone with all that.
Because you in a social media system now.
I'm in the social media system.
That's the system that
This would be
that none
making
of
me-
us can fight that because
Yeah.
that's where it's at right now. So
It
we all
is.
inside the social media system and cycle.
But it got me like not even engaging as much as I would like to. And that's what's bad because regardless if people agree with what I say or disagree with what I say can be helpful to a lot of young black men or black women, you know what I'm saying? Because I am somebody who did it a different way and it worked for me, you know what I'm saying?
The landscape in Houston, do y'all get enough credit for the hip hop and what y'all brought to the whole landscape of the hip hop?
I definitely don't think so. Nah, I don't think we get looked at on a lot of shit. And I think I live better than a lot of rappers. You know what I'm saying? And been living better than a lot of rappers for a long time. Not even just living, just the consistency in the music. Like not just me either. It's a lot more people out here, but we ain't the media base, and we don't work for the people. So we ain't got in New York, y'all the media capital, and Atlanta is record labels everywhere. In LA is record labels, in the city. In Houston, we don't got none of that, so we never really got the the media looks that a lot of other people got, even though it was a lot of people out of Houston who did numbers and and then it is a lot of people still to today. We got Travis Scott, Beyonce, Megan Thee Stallion, so many.
But you know what's messed up about all those people you named? They are Houston. But when you get to a certain level, they become beyond Houston.
Right.
Meaning with Jay-Z, even though that's New York, he's beyond New York.
Right.
Brooklyn to me.
Yeah.
Jay still BK.
Let me ask you something.
Jay still BK.
Let me ask you something. To the world, is he Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Nah.
Beyonce to me is Houston.
To
When I
you,
think of
because-
Beyonce, when I think of Texas, I think of
All right,
Yeah,
is
she
Little
be
Uzi
repping.
Philly?
To me, he is, but to the world, I wouldn't think so.
All right. Is Travis Scott Houston?
I don't think Travis, but
But
we
he
had this
thinks
talk
so,
about
you know what?
Travis be repping though,
There you
But
go.
everybody says it, but the repping that we talked to Flip about is
Was
repping
subtle.
that y'all would know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not repping that we would know, because Flip just said a couple things. I said, oh shit.
Oh, we ain't
Trav.
catch none
I
of
said,
that.
oh shit, Trav
Yeah.
this or that. Oh shit, Trav
That's how
this
you
or that.
know it.
Oh shit, Trav
Yeah.
do that. But y'all like me, I'm from South Jamaica, Queens. Everybody know.
Right.
I'm the poster child for that, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm from South Side
Yeah.
Jamaica, Queens. That's
Yeah.
what it is,
Because
first
you named
and foremost,
four
and then my
mega
Yeah.
out
some
of the world
superstars.
people,
Yeah.
and I'm like, and I had to catch myself. They're all Houston
They are
people.
Houston, right.
But when you see them, they're doing outrageous shit.
Right.
Think about just the labels, though. Like, the thing about Swisher House. Just think about that period.
Yeah.
When they talk about labels, they'll mention Rough Riders.
That's a fact.
Fucking
Right.
Jermaine Dupri, So Def. They'll mention No Limit, Master P, and all
Yeah.
that. They never talk about Swisher House.
Right.
That's true.
yeah.
Why, and then these are the reasons why I'm gonna say this on camera. These are the reasons why we wanted to come here,
Right.
Yeah.
because we
Yeah.
felt that way.
Yeah, it's definitely like that. It always been like that though, and that's kind of like I don't know. Like I say, the main thing I believe is because we don't have labels in the town. Like I say, in Atlanta, everything is studio, Atlantic or whatever. All them people out there, So it's like we don't have that presence out here, and like when people get a name, they probably have to go to Atlanta to work, or go to LA to work or whatever, because it probably ain't enough, superstar studio power out here to even do that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, my thing is like I say, I never really wanted it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Personally, like I always been an underground artist and trying to get the most of the money and and be about owning masters and being my own boss and like I say, creating my own world. That always been the goal for me, and that's because of Jay Prince or just Houston alone is an independent city. We all was doing independent music, from day one. And as a underground artist, see, I came out. It was like this. You had DJ Screw who came out first with the Screwed Up Click, and that was early '90s. So you had the Lil Kiki's, Fat Pats, and Big Hawks. A lot of them put out Lil Flips, put out solo projects. You know what I'm saying? Like independent, most of them. So our whole mindset out here been independent. From back in the day. So after you see how much money you can make, and we seen plenty major artists come up and get money and
And they finished.
and disappear.
When it was you, Mike Jones,
Yeah.
Paul Wall, Chameleonaire, Little Flip. And the reason I bring those names up, right?
Yeah,
Y'all all the same age range.
right,
And y'all crushing it at 23 years old, all at the same time.
Right,
22
right.
years old. And
yeah,
that was a moment, and it seemed like it was like died down 2 years later.
yeah. Exactly. That was the major look. That's what I'm saying. Like for the longest, Houston, like you say, it ain't never get the look. So even around that time, they didn't even accept the sound until like this how it happened. I got a deal with Interscope with Pharrell and them, right?
Mm-hmm.
After that, it was like they was coming to Flip had a deal first out of
Yeah.
everybody. But after that, they started coming snatch up all kind of Houston artists, or whatever. So with that, the Mike Jones and the Paul Wall, we did the Still Tipping record, and now you got all three labels working on this song, and now the Houston sound is being, accepted outside
Gotcha.
of Houston now.
Mm-hmm.
You got to realize, I was going to New York. We had cups and shit, and y'all was like, "Oh, you guys sipping cough syrup, listening to slow and chop music." Y'all looked at us like we was lame, But now everybody's sipping syrup and
Flip said the same thing. It's been adopted,
Exactly.
and they won't give y'all the credit for that.
I don't even want the credit. It's just about. I'm just saying that's how early we was doing. We was just. It wasn't accepted. Let's say
No, it wasn't.
like it was people because it sounds
When
crazy.
did it get
though.
accepted, you think?
After, like I say, after Still Tipping, that's when people started understanding more exactly what it was, and then it started spreading more, like the sip and drink culture and all that different shit. But before that, people was looking at us like we slow. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all was saying y'all sipping cough syrup and listening to slow music and chopped up. It sound crazy, if you go up north. So it wasn't accepted. And when I was working on my project with Pharrell, it wasn't all just Houston-based music. It was like, that, and it was mixed in with, the Pharrells and the different producers because I knew that the world wasn't ready for it. They wasn't listening. They wasn't accepting it yet. But then Still Tipping came in the middle of the album while we was working. And that's when it started like, okay, cool. So it was like, man, that had to be the time when people open their ears to it or whatever. They got understanding what it was. The machine is temporary unless you a real superstar. The machine gonna be temporary. They gonna be with you, down with you for a little bit, and it's gonna be over. They gonna make you look like you the man, and then they gonna take away the budget and make it look like you ain't the man. You know what I'm saying? It's like when they tired of you.
When did y'all realize that?
I mean, I just realized that just watching people, seeing other people, who had deals, not necessarily from Houston, but out of town.
Yeah, in general,
Just
yeah.
period. Just period. Just when I had when I did do a deal with Interscope and Star Trek.
Star Trek. I was going to
Yeah.
talk about that with Pharrell.
Yeah,
and
with Pharrell, I got to see both sides of it. You know what I'm saying? So I got to see how the majors work. But coming from an independent world where you in control of so much, and you do it a different way, you go in them bills, and it's like, Man, I'm in here with number white folks. Like, these folks don't even understand me, bro. Like, real life, like, it feel weird. You know what I'm saying? It's like, like, what are we doing? Like, and then they don't really get it. You know, they nice people though. Like, I had a great time on Interscope, and definitely with Pharrell and Star Trek. That was all amazing, experience. But when you go in certain places and people don't really understand it, they just see the numbers or whatever that's going on. And you've been in the independent world and control of your world, dropping when you want to drop, So now when you go in their system, they gotta A&R gotta keep his job. He gotta bring, music to the table. Want you to rap on some of his stuff. Your sound become a different sound. Sometimes that works.
Did you feel
Sometimes
like that when you had the song with Pharrell? I ain't take you out to eat.
Nah, really, I enjoyed that, man. But me and Pharrell working together was, that was fun. I really enjoyed that. Like, I already platinum. The whole project I did over there was cool. Like, I enjoyed the whole process on the major label. But at the end of the day, I feel at home independent. You know what I'm saying? Being in control of everything. You know what I'm saying? From when I want to drop to what I'm putting out, the how it sound,
Because
everything.
when Jay-Z did the remix to that, I was like,
Nah,
oh.
actually, that was his song.
Oh, you did? I bugged out.
Yeah, so
Is it like that?
yeah, Change Clothes. No, that's what it was. It was a Change
Dun,
Clothes.
dun, dun.
It was Change Clothes remix at first, but he ain't used the beat. So I ended up using it. Pharrell gave it to me. Yeah, that's how that came across. Yeah, and they had a J verse on
Verse
there.
on it.
And are you just jacked?
No, my shit got leaked. My project got leaked, and that's when that verse came out. Yeah.
How did you first link with Pharrell though? Like, how did he even find you?
Yeah, man. How did I do that? First, I think I met with Interscope them first, with Geffen Interscope. And then,
Geffen.
they want to put you with a big producer. That's
Always,
their formula.
that's they-
You know what I'm saying?
Look at it.
That's their formula. I know.
You know the
man.
formula.
So they was like, I think
Yeah.
Pharrell was coming in town or whatever, and he came to Houston, and I pull up on him, and he played me some records, and we was like, yeah, let's get in there and do some stuff. But yeah, man, that was the inspiration that came with just working with Pharrell, like seeing the world, and it did more than anything for me. You know what I'm saying? Just to see how he was, doing his thing and going to Japan and just seeing different things, like around him, it opened my eyes to a whole bigger world. You know what I'm saying? And having an independent hustle. And at the same time, being able to see that helped me out a lot with what I was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, I enjoyed both of the experiences, but naturally, because I come from independent, it's just what I'm used to, how I like to move, and really, I just like to be a boss of my own shit. Like it's just really my cap. I want to own my masters. A lot of rappers sell their stuff, which I don't knock. However
What you
they wanna
thinking
do.
about that?
I mean, I don't, that's not what I do, but I ain't knocking, you don't never know nobody's situation, taxes, everything real. I've been through all that. So it's like, I understand when people do, like I say, we ain't have nobody to give us the game a lot of the times on how to manage money and what to do, what not to do. So I don't judge nobody, but my cap always been, I'm the boss, I own my shit, I own my masters, everything. So it's just what I stick to, you know what I'm saying? It's what I feel good about and comfortable. Because it's at the end of the day, it's bigger than just being, a rapper. I want to represent as a black man, own my part of the culture, don't be the problem, you know what I'm saying? As what I say, because my message can work, but so many people are so programmed into what, generations of traditions, rules, whatever it may be, like, they haven't even traveled enough to even understand who they even really are as black people. That's the difference right there. It's like, a lot of people go to Paris and shit. I done been to Africa, and I done been to Egypt, and and I've been a lot of different places. So I don't look at us like, I understand America is like the YGs of the world. You know what I'm saying? It's not, we get money, but we not the OGs. Like, you can go to Africa and see some shit. Like, you can go to Egypt, and see what shit started. And you'll know that black people, we the first people. We the most dominant gene, you know what I'm saying? Niggas in America think we the weakest and ain't shit, you know, but really around the world, that's not what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, money and all that, you know, the scammers then got us for a lot of our shit we have, but at the end of the day, as a human being, we the most dominant gene on earth, man. We could turn all the motherfuckers black.
When you say we're the most dominant gene,
Right.
now it shows why people are offended by your
Exactly.
message.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
is.
see,
That's it. That's it.
Because
That's
it's
it.
like, yo, we can't let this type of element start to
Right.
pollinate. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. That's what a lot of it is, and you know, and it get me in trouble even with my people because when I talk to them, you know, even people I deal with, rather, you know, because the message I'm giving out is, you know, we gotta own the culture. Like we gotta own. If we want to be anybody, we gotta own what we the majority of. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't think ownership. A lot of people is cool with selling everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's why ain't no generational wealth. That's why, you know, it's it's a lot of stuff you got to deal with when you work for people. You know what I'm saying? But when you your own boss and you own your part of the culture, and you do your things your way, it don't matter if somebody don't like you if the check's still coming. You know what I'm saying? But when you work for people and you say the wrong thing, your check gets stopped. That's when racism hurts. You know, and all this different stuff hurt. When really, when you control your own world, it's hard for people to control or even affect you. You know, like if I'm still getting my bread and being somebody, like say for instance, racism. If I got my own thing going and I don't work for nobody and I say whatever I say and my money's still coming in, racism is not that bad to me no more. Like, but if you see what I'm saying, it's not that bad to me.
You don't really
because
care.
I don't really care if you like me or not.
nah,
The check's here.
I'm
You know what I'm
good,
saying? So it
yeah.
don't matter. But if you work for somebody that can stop your money, they can control something, they can do, you see what I'm saying? And that's the difference in my mindset and a lot of others' mindset, you know, and that's what it is. So that's why I move like I move, I think like I think. And it's really my thing I like to say is his mentality, you know what I'm saying? In a lot of ways. I just got back from Saudi Arabia and Dubai and all that shit, right? And they wear the white, you know, I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's like the white long whatever. But that right there just stops so much dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it stops so much dumb shit by all of them wearing that white, you know, thing. It stops
Competition and fashion.
competition. Think about how much
Ego.
money motherfuckers dying over chains and clothes and doing everything, fucking they bread out, going back broke over fashion, looks, BBLs, you know, whatever it is. Like that one thing right there just stop all the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
But
It stops so much bullshit that we over here dying for, going crazy for.
you know, I've always said, like, as black people, we started, you know, behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
We've never had anything. And now that people are getting shit
Yeah.
and they've never had generational wealth, like you said, there's no, like, oh, I come from this. I don't need to show off.
Yeah.
I don't need to be quiet. We got to be loud to show that we've accomplished something. Because if you can't see our success outwardly, we get judged differently.
Right.
Which is not fair or right, but it is what it is currently.
That's pretty much what it is, exactly. Yeah.
But I think as time goes on and progress, we might not be alive for that. We will get past that point.
Yeah, that's what we got to get past, the material thing. And I
Materialism.
like material things, and I got a lot of
Yeah.
material things. But at the end of the day, it's just like I believe certain things you buy should hold value. You know, if you go, especially if you at a certain level with money, you shouldn't be making purchases. You know, of like clothes. If you're gonna have to have the designer, at least just get the shoes or a belt or some shit that you can wear 1,000 times versus an outfit you can wear once. You know, money management in the hood is horrible. You know, and that's like one of the biggest things. You know, I see. You know, people. That's why I say with the white thing they wear, it just you know you can save so much money by not doing a lot of dumb shit. It's crazy. The thing is, like I say, man, I think we the greatest people on earth. You know, I'm sure everybody, and I think everybody should feel like that, whatever race you is. But I think we the greatest people on earth, you know, and I think it's sad to see how many people don't feel like that and don't take advantage of, you know, who they are. You know, like I say, if we just own the majority of what we do, we wouldn't need nobody for nothing, man. We'll be the richest people, man. But at the end of the day, when you got football teams and everybody play is black, but the owners is all white, you know what I'm saying? It don't add up. When you got record labels where everybody, your favorite songs and the club is black hip hop songs, but other people own it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we losing. And people don't understand that. The thing is, we can't do it. They won't let us own them
That's what I was
or
gonna
their
ask.
culture. So why are we letting other people own our culture? If we just owned our culture, we wouldn't need nobody for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody would be good and doing good. We buy our hair products from you know, Asians and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of, you know, taking the time for everybody to make sure to even know what we getting and putting in our head. You know what I'm saying? We don't own nothing that we actually so it's like
Well,
and
they
people
let us
wonder
do
why
that.
it ain't about nobody
I'm,
ain't
I'm
let
gonna
gotta
say
let
that.
nobody nothing.
No,
It's
let me
2025.
say this, right? We had Black Wall Street
Yeah.
over 100 years ago.
100 years ago.
They said, "Hey,
Burnt it down.
burnt it down."
Yeah.
We was not bothering nobody. Had our own ecosystem,
It's
right?
a different world, it's a different
It
time.
might not be violent, but it could be
They locked
strategic.
Puffy
Are
up.
they gonna try to facts? Are they
Yeah.
gonna try to stop you? I'm not gonna say that, and that's a different thing. When
Mm,
you in they pocket and you doing business with them
that's
folks, and
true.
then you try to sue them for $1 billion,
Yeah.
gangster
See, he
shit
know the
gonna go
game.
down. You know what I'm saying?
They said the same
So
Yeah,
at the
thing.
end of the day, that's a different world when you doing that work. That's why you
but
shouldn't even be dealing. You know, if you had your own shit going, they gonna hate. People gonna hate. Everybody gonna have haters. You know, either in all fashions. But I don't think you could be stopped. There's people out there who doing it. You know, there's people got black hair products. Is you know millionaires making good money. It's people who own their masters. Jay-Z's and Kanye West's and you know me shit is not going platinum and living better than a lot of rappers, you know. So it's people out here doing this shit. It's just people don't want to take that long route of doing it of the seed to a tree mindset. Everybody want the check. Everybody want to get paid now. Everybody, you know, want to be at the top now. They want to start at the top, you know, when really it ain't about that. And that's the only thing that got motherfuckers, you know, if you think about it, that's the only thing that fuck us up is we all want that check at the front. Instead of waiting and getting it later, we want it up front. If you ain't want that upfront check, you didn't have to sell your masters to somebody, but you needed that 250 now instead of putting it out and then, you know, on your way to get the 250 later, you know, let it add up. And that's the problem right there, you know, and they see that and as an old 45-year-old rapper, you know that they know what they doing. You know that they know that taking advantage of the youth, young black men out here. You know this, but you know at the end of the day, like nobody cared. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cared. And it's cool because the heroes that's at the top is doing it all day. So why would they say, oh, why would I listen to him? The top dudes in the game right now doing it. Why would I do it? But now black people don't own shit, and the culture has been sold. And that's why we ain't shit, you know, a lot of the times because we selling out, like Malcolm X would say. So it's like to know that, to have that common sense, you know, I get in trouble because I say the shit online or whatever, but that's just facts, man. You know, it is what it is. Listening
To
to.
make you start rapping.
Ah, man, that's a good one. Really, like I say, Ghetto Boys, UGK, Outkast, like everybody really like, you know, Too Short. I remember early age, Too Short. And yeah, NWA. I'm a 45, I was born in 80, so yeah, all that. I
Do you
love
remember the
rap.
moment when you wrote your first rap?
Man, actually, my brother wrote my first rap when I was like
Word,
10. And
okay.
then I would run around saying that shit all the time. So eventually I got a karaoke machine. My other brother brought me a karaoke machine. And I just would be working on it, you know what I'm saying, until I figured it out. You know, I was like 12, 13. Then I just started, you know, writing albums and shit, just, you know, in my house on my karaoke machine. So I've been putting in my 10,000 hours hella young. And back to what I was saying, I skipped this whole part. So Screw started in the early 90s, you know. So basically they didn't, you know, like the North Side. I'm from the North Side, baby.
Okay.
So you got all them, and they would be like, don't mess with the North Side, what else, you know. So Swisher Highs was built on just to give some North Side representation, you know, in the city or whatever. So I was the leader of that, me and Lil Mario, J-Dog, Big Tyke, you know, Lester Roy, Archer Lee. A lot of us, you know, back in 98, we started doing our thing. And it became, you know, big or whatever. Like, people started really, like, even them, Lil Flip would come do a mixtape with us or whatever, and it'd be a big mix. Probably one of his biggest mixtapes was with us. So it's like, it started taking off, and we started doing numbers, and I was getting money without having an album out, just strictly out my mixtape freestyles and stuff like that. So at that point, I wasn't even looking to drop an album. You know, I was just doing independent stuff. Well, it wasn't even independent stuff, mixtape stuff. And we was selling these. So the difference in the Houston thing, anywhere, I ain't really see nobody doing it like this. We was selling them like they was albums. We was selling them wholesale for $8 on the CD, and we would sell them in the stores for $15. So by us getting this money off of these mixtapes, it kind of spoiled me, like to the point where I ain't never see it no other way, you know. So now when you go to a record label and you used to getting 8 off of your 15, and they try to give you some points,
$1.03,
like, what are you talking about?
12 points.
You know what I'm saying?
$1.03.
Like, that don't add up, you know, like,
Yeah.
so that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what got me into the mindset I have now, and why I think like this, because I've did the mixtapes and saw so much off of a mixtape that, you know, when you get to talking that other stuff, it don't make sense to me, you know what I'm saying? Because I kind of knew my value through that, you know, and then how we did it, it wasn't no, like, you know how they had the little sleeves and you would get your mixtape out for free? Nah, we had real CD.
Yeah, the real CD case and all
The
that
case,
with
the whole booklet.
front and back.
Now, we would drop monthly, and we would deliver them to stores all over Texas. Like,
With a barcode too?
Well, some of them,
Yeah.
like say, at some point, I would do all my freestyles. See, now, the mixtapes I'm talking about would be whatever the hottest songs, and then I'd do it like freestyle over one or
Got
two.
you.
You
That
know?
makes sense.
And then the one you might put a barcode on is the one with all the freestyles on there. You know, all the freestyles together, where it's all freestyle. So with this, like, man, it really changed my life. That's what I say. Like, I made so much money off of the mixtapes that I didn't even want no deal. I didn't, you know, I was living good, like, before all that, you know. So, and then at the same time, it gave me the mindset of a boss, like, to where I can't even accept nothing that ain't, you know, the point thing. It never made sense to me. Excuse me.
So what changed your mind to give the Pharrell situation a shot?
See, we started in 98. I dropped, from 98 to 2005, that's when I dropped my first project with Pharrell.
Okay.
I was killing them, getting money, you know, like doing whatever, but it's like I'm still a young rapper. I want to be, you know, famous too. I want to be.
Got you.
And now I'm running in Texas, I'm running in Louisiana, I'm doing these spots, but I ain't going no further. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
Trying to bust through the ceiling.
yeah, trying to bust through that, but at the same time, it was a label deal, so I was still able to do independent stuff.
Gotcha.
So I was like, I do my solo over here with y'all, as long as I can still do my independent releases, you know, and really get it. So that's how it was working for me.
Double dipping.
Right, it was working on that. When they let me do that, it made sense. But you know, like I say, I enjoy that. They showed me nothing but love over there, man. So I ain't really got nothing negative to say about them personally. It's just like I say, coming from the mixtape world and then to seeing the independent albums we dropped and how much money you get off of that, when they start talking points, and then not only that, the mixtape also taught me catalog, because now we dropping mixtapes every month. So not only am I selling new mixtapes, I'm selling the old ones. You know what I'm saying? This is what's teaching me the game, really, and I ain't never even understand it. I'm just working and doing that. But now, so when I go talk to these people, it don't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to go back independent and did that and been doing that ever since, and it's been great for me. And I still get paid off of old shit I did from '98 to shit I do right now. You know, and that's catalog. You know, and that's seed to a tree mindset. A lot of people gonna go get a record deal just to they chasing the #1 spot on the chart. They want a plaque on the wall. None of this shit is worth nothing. You feel me? Like what is the money in that? Like, you know,
Sometimes I always tell them this: if your paperwork don't say full rate and it says half rate or 3/4
Right.
rate, you might not ever get a check. They just had Kevin
Man.
McCall on.
I don't know if you saw that.
They got
Nah, I
Kevin
didn't.
McCall on social media right now
Crying.
saying he wrote 4 records for Chris Brown, crying he has an
EBT
EBT card.
card.
And he's asking Chris Brown on camera for $25,000.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Mind you, these 4 songs
How-
them generated 90 million.
How many plaques can he take them
He
plaques
got
to the pawn shop?
nah,
You see what I'm saying?
How much
So,
is a plaque worth, S?
Nothing.
nothing.
You can't,
Well, it ain't no dollar.
That's
It
what I'm
ain't no
telling
dollar,
you. Like, so
yo.
it's really like if
You
you
can't
got,
pawn it?
What does the
No.
chart mean? What does a Billboard chart mean? Like, you
it's
know,
just accolades,
at
nothing
the
more.
end of the day, if it's you done sold it to these folks, it's their record. It's their album that sold all this. It's not your property. So it's like,
Tough, bro.
and that's what we keep filing for the fool's gold, you know, instead of staying down with the money
Why?
and owning them
dog?
out.
Why?
People seeking
Because it's for
validation.
clout.
Yeah.
It's like right now people care, but then you know what? I'm not blaming the people right now because they have been taught that this is the way.
Yes.
You know, now we've been since Cadillac Records getting fucked over. If you look at any movie, you know what I'm saying. But we still do it. Why? Because the people we look up to today do it.
Because they want to be around the world, thug. Maybe regionally isn't good enough
Yeah.
for them. When I told him, I said, yo, listen, man. If we can just get New York, the 23 million people that's in New York,
Right.
I'll take that, thug.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm only gonna go to Brooklyn, Queens, and all that upstate Buffalo,
Yeah.
get money. If I can get that, then hopefully, we can spread to New Jersey
Right.
and then to Connecticut. And
Yeah.
if we're really good, let's see where we go from here. But I wasn't dead set on trying to be worldwide doing this
Right.
thing. I just wanted to do good and make my money
Yeah.
off it. I always told him, I said, yo, if we not making no money off of this shit,
It
this
don't make
shit don't
sense.
mean.
You don't want
But
to be
everybody be
famous
looking
and
at
broke.
me. It's crazy.
You don't want to be famous and broke.
Thank
Everybody
you.
know you,
Woo.
and then you on the bus. Like that's the worst thing to be. So it's like, yeah, exactly. Like, but I feel you though. That's what a lot of people want though. Like I say, most people want the worldwide look, and that's what they think the label got to give them. But really, the seed to a tree. Like I say, I'm not on the radio. Y'all here talking to me. You know, you put out y'all put out good podcasts. I'ma hear about it. Everybody is gonna travel on social media. So really, we think we need all that, but we really don't. On the cool, we really don't need that because I ain't never know who you working with or you know dealing with like you know. And we don't never know none of that. Really, the people is there for the people, and until we believe that and understand that, and a lot of the reason why we don't is because it's charting what we talking about the podcast. You be like, man, we got to get with these people so we can get on the chart. Everybody chasing these charts, but these charts is not worth shit. You know, you got to sell your product to get on these charts. You know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta touch the people. I think people forget
Yeah.
that you gotta be good.
Yeah.
You gotta touch the
Chick-fil-A
people
service.
with your word. You gotta touch the people with your words,
Yeah.
with how you carry yourself, with your music, your standards. You,
gotta
gotta be
believe
good.
in that too. You gotta believe that. I think a lot of people don't believe in themselves, and that's another reason why a lot of people don't do it. You know, on their own is because they believe that they man, I'm gonna get this money because if it don't work, I still have the money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you believe in yourself and what you're doing, you know that it's gonna eventually turn into whatever money you want it to turn into. You know what I'm saying? That's just a different mindset. You
About
know?
fear.
Fear, a lot of, you know what it is in entrepreneurship and being a boss, it's a lot of losses you realize you have to take. And you take so many losses that it don't matter because nobody really care about the losses. They usually just focus on the wins. So once you learn that and a lot of people want to come out perfect, and want to do it. I gotta wait till I get this and that ain't what it's about. It's about putting something out there, learning, growing, getting better. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's really about. Like I say, it's not if we can just stop thinking I want to start out on top and just be at the top from the beginning and start thinking, man, let me grow like a tree, like everything else, like a person. From a seed to a tree, from a baby to a man. If you just had the patience to see your ideas through, it ain't no telling where you can take this shit to, man. It could be a whole nother level of success, you know what I'm saying? But people, like a lot of people just don't believe that they can do it, you know what I'm saying? So I look crazy. They be like, man, you talking crazy. But really, I believe it.
Sadly.
You know what I'm saying? I believe, but if we just think about that simple thing, if we just own the culture, anything we the majority of, where will we be?
Are we ready to own the culture?
But we don't get money together well. We don't trust each
Facts.
other for some reason.
That's a fact.
I don't understand.
Don't trust that nigga.
I mean,
talk
listen.
fast.
I mean,
He talk funny.
but the white man been getting you since they walked you on a
Exactly.
damn boat.
Every
so
time.
why do you trust
Why you
them,
trust them over your
when they
people?
took your life? So that's what I'm just trying to figure out. If it doesn't work, if me and Slim Thug do a business and it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It doesn't have to necessarily work because me and Thug is black. Maybe I got poor. Maybe I got poor.
Can it be a personal thing? Meaning, I'm gonna be very careful with this. It just hurts more if you get shafted by a black man versus by a white dude. It's a different. It's just
you expect it more from a white dude, and a black man might blind you a little bit.
They've always said a white dude will go with a black girl because they can do all the disgusting things that they wouldn't feel comfortable doing to a white girl. I think psychologically it's the same reverse. If you get jerked by a white dude, they'll be like, all right, you fell for the game.
No, I'm ready to choke him too.
But you understand?
I'm ready to choke him too.
You not understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
The excuse is built in.
Yeah.
We didn't know. But if it happens between us.
Oh, you should have suspected that. You
go get your gun, nigga.
Expected that.
You never hear. They say go get the gun for the white man.
Dude, they don't.
We gotta change that mindset though. That's
why I ask you: are we ready to own this culture?
But we all
have to get right. I mean, I say, at the end of the day, really, I'm gonna keep it real. Like them people done play with my name so much. Like I said, I don't even do that. It ain't even for me to tell nobody what to do no more. I'm gonna just do my part. You do you. I'm gonna do me. Like I'm gonna be I'm gonna represent what I say is what it should be, and that's owning the part of the culture that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? And represent being a black man. Like I feel like it need to be represented. And a lot of people might disagree with whatever I do or however I move, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have to respect. That it's working for me. So that's it, and I ain't got nothing to, like I said, I love everybody, but the way your own people play with your words, like I've done a lot of stuff that people should celebrate more than hate, but to hear the hate that people be having for you after you done did so much, it make you say, okay, cool then, you know what I'm saying? If you
it could be a bot. It could be a 12-year-old kid that don't know better.
Not just online. I'm just saying, period. I'm just saying
funny,
in life.
So I talked to JQ, and y'all like tighten it. It's hard to come here, break through. It all depends on who you come through, who introduced you, all that type of thing.
It's the right person introducing you.
If there's the wrong person introduced you, where does that come from? Is that ingrained? Do y'all grow up like that, or is that a successful thing once you get successful out here?
What you saying, like if how to get in touch with like different people in the city?
Just to fuck around the city. Like it's hard. Like it's hard to get if you're not from here. It's hard to get records played. That's what all the record labels say.
If you are from here, it's hard to get records played. So it's just like that, But yeah, that's like I say. I'm not on the radio, And that thing is, when the way we came up was like I say, it would be the hottest songs, and it would be me doing a freestyle on the mixtape. So I never really was like, I was on the radio on a lot of records, but I never was thinking, oh, let me do the radio song, let me get on the radio. It was more about let me put out something dope that people gonna mess with, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. It wasn't about if the radio like it and they play it, cool. But that ain't what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying?
If you was a new artist right now, what would you do to break through? If you was brand new, dog.
Man, I do what I did, but I don't know if it'll be the same in today's world. Like I say, rap on mixtapes because it's like this. You might have a partner who make beats and y'all both trying to come up and you might have the right raps, but his beat might not be mixed right. It might not be something, might be the problem. But if you rap on a proven beat, you know what I'm saying, then that's 50% of the battle. You know what I'm saying? You saving, you already know the beat go, so it's on you at this point.
Do you think that's a Southern thing?
I think that's New York did it too. I think everybody shied away from it and stopped.
I think so too.
I think back in the day, we all did it. Nobody do it.
The
no
reason
more,
why I
actually.
say I always
Except
say
on LA Leakers.
down south has always had a different appreciation for music theory.
Yeah.
And how they listen to keys and chords and progression.
Mm-hmm.
So we spoke about that with Flip, where down south gets a bad reputation for not being lyrical.
Mm-hmm.
But Esso said earlier, what's the point of being lyrical if you can't make no fucking songs? And I always felt like the down south culture focused on making a great fucking song,
right?
Versus then giving all this lyrical shit.
These bars.
I don't even. My thing, I always say, I try not to do bars. Like I don't do the like I'm coming to like. I don't never do that. It's more about reality rap to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how growing up under the Scarfaces, the UGKs, like it was more about being who you really say you is than it is just being a lyrical miracle dude, or whatever. It's a lot of dudes.
I like it.
It's a lot of dudes got lyrics, bro, like
and nothing else,
and it can't make a song.
Can't make not one song,
or say a lot of shit that they ain't got. Like you know what I'm saying, and that cool?
I think it's grossly underappreciated the art form of making a great song, or even a good song.
Or keeping it real, like. I believe anybody can rap, man, but to really be who you say you are, I think that's what the greatness is, you know what I'm saying? Not to be on no dumb shit, I really kill these dudes, not on that. I'm just saying, like...
Your standard, your character.
Yeah, your character, just to be who you really are. Yeah, and talk about your real life and not, made a bunch of made up shit.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a different type of respect I have for rappers.
I sat down with a young kid from Memphis, a young kid by the name of Backends, that's his name.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying that his lyrics right now were used as court evidence. They were able to freeze his bank account, 25.
Damn.
His lawyer said that if nothing is actually real in your raps, they can't actually do anything to you in trial.
Yeah.
And so I asked him, I said, now does it make sense to lie on your records as opposed to being authentic and telling the truth?
Yeah.
And he's like, that's what my lawyer said, lie on your records.
Thug ain't fucking with that.
Right.
I really can tell why he lied.
About that. I mean, like, I'm not in that world.
No, I know,
but I would have to lie
but,
about nothing.
Yeah, but at this point now, if you think about it, who's the biggest cartel leader in Houston? Or who's the biggest mobsters?
Yeah.
It's the rappers without the resume. Because if a DA go after Slim Thug, that's a bigger headline, and I'm not wishing that on you.
Oh yeah, I ain't talking about
sorry
no
about
DA
it.
stuff.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
He good.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that's still a bigger headline than somebody who's moving, all the illegals through the border, and he's the big cartel leader. You know what I mean?
Well, that's dumb to mention real crimes like if you out here doing, that putting in work.
So how you supposed to tell your life story if it ain't real?
It ain't gotta be particular. I mean, but, you ain't gotta be saying the exact same words. But at the end of the day, that's like I said, I'm not in that world where that even is attached to me. But yeah, I wouldn't be saying what I exactly did if I did crimes and shit.
What does the culture mean to you? Because you mentioned the culture a lot. And I feel like everybody has a different definition of the culture, the hip-hop culture. What does that mean to you?
The culture is a lot of different things. It's different in different places, you know what I'm saying? Like the Houston culture, like I say, is more of an independent culture. You know, it's the slabs, it's the serve, it's the candy paint, it's the reality rap. You know, cars. You know, it's just that's what we really about out here. The women, you know, all that type of shit. What the
Women
shit
different
you see.
out here.
Yeah, it's different out here, man. You know, so that's really what I cater to the Houston culture.
Houston culture.
You know what's so ill
That's
about the
why
women
I-
out here that a lot of people ain't ready for? We was out here earlier, and one of our boys, he's not into sports.
Yeah.
So, you know, all the pretty women are like, so what team you root for, whatever. He's like, I don't watch that. Yo,
The chicks ain't understand.
they looked at him like,
You don't watch
they in
sports.
They got all they at the football, baseball,
Yeah.
all that basketball.
especially the college sports.
Texas,
yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
And he was just like, yo, what you mean? I'm like, yo, bro, just pretend, because you ain't gonna get no action.
But it's like totally different. Like to me, I think we the exact opposite of New York. You know what I'm saying? New York is a big city. Like you don't even need a car though. Really, you can do the transportation. You know, you know everybody stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
Out here is more spread out. You gotta have a car. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? It's like big ass land mass. You know, you don't want to be on public, you know, transportation out here so much. Maybe an Uber or some shit, but you know, shit far out here. So it's like you could be an hour away and still be in Houston. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and on some driving shit though, not just stuck in traffic, like rolling. This shit is a
What
big
the
ass city.
That's a lot of territory.
No, this is a big ass city. That's what I'm saying. It's different than New York. Everybody.
How do you feel
on top
about all
of
these
each other.
people moving out here? Because we seeing the population shoot
Hugh
up.
York is coming next
Hugh
week.
York, we like, what the fuck is that?
I know y'all take.
Like,
Yo, everybody in Texas is laughing. He sounds laughing about that. Hugh York is coming.
Nah, it's the thing is, Houston used to be like a big small town. Like you say, it wasn't a lot of media. Like Atlanta was getting ran through. Miami, you know, it wasn't a lot of people, you know, knowing if you ain't know, you know what I'm saying? So now it's like we the tourist spot. Everybody here all the time. I feel like they ran it down a little bit, you know, with the women or whatever for sure. Like it used to be a lot more baddies, you know. Now
A lot more?
yeah, it used to be a lot more bad. It's the ratio in Houston
What
used to
happened
be
to
so
them? Where
stupid.
they go?
The rough one, they don't even come out a lot. A lot of the Houston women don't even be out like that. It's like the rough ones be running them out, kid. They be coming from all these out of town play. They be running them out. Like it's a different vibe. It used to be straight, man. You come to the club. That's why I never left. Like a lot of people was going other places in LA, moving to Atlanta. I wasn't going nowhere, kid. It was lit. You know, Houston been like this, but you know, just like I say, it was a big small town. Versus now everybody know about it. Yeah, but it's cool though. Like we ain't mad at the out of towners for moving in, but it's just you can tell that it's a tourist city now. You know what I'm saying? Versus how it used to be. Everybody know each other. I go to the club. I know everybody now. They want to take pictures and shit. Like they treat me like a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So it's like back in the day, like it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in Houston know everybody. You know what I'm saying? But now everybody from out of town. But it's dope though, man. We expanding. It's cool.
I mean, yo, listen, man. I think it's good and bad.
It's good and bad.
But this
it's
is
good
this
and
is
bad.
already a metropolis city. So in theory, we said this with Flip. This is not a real city in comparison to the rest of America.
This
like
is a dream. This is
like
a
Miami's
dream
not a
city.
real city. Atlanta's not a real city.
Yeah.
You know, New York, LA, you know.
This is a big ass city though. That's why it's different than Miami or Atlanta. They ain't nowhere near the size of Houston. Like, you know, like we really the New York of the South. We the biggest city down here. Ain't no city big as Houston down here, you know what I'm saying? So that's what people don't understand. Like I say, you can be driving and it's an hour, you still in this you still here.
I want to ask you about this.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant playing the point for y'all, bro.
Hey, I'm happy about it. I'm excited about it. I'm ready to see what happens.
Now, we gotta talk to Tony, but how long you think we gonna last with Kevin Durant? I've never seen a 7'1" point guard right now.
Man, I just seen the first half and we was up against the defending champs. So
Okay.
it's like, you know, like it's a.
You know what's
and
crazy?
we had your boy the MVP on the bench. 'Cause
Shay.
He couldn't do nothing about him. So I liked it, but I had, I came here, I couldn't watch it, watch the whole game, but
You know what's
I
interesting?
liked that.
I think the finals matchup is going to be Houston and New York.
I don't know about y'all, but I think we
Yo,
can do
come
that.
on, dog. Come on. Whoa. Whoa.
And you know we owe you one for 94.
Come on.
Last year y'all did good. Last
Come on,
year.
dog.
You know we owe
yeah.
you one after
Y'all
Hakeem
did
did what he did when he blocked John. Yo, I cried
Right.
when he blocked John
Oh,
Stark's
man.
shot. I was like, that shot was supposed to go
Oh,
in.
you see the hate, yo, we had a nice conversation. Everything is cool. As soon as we give
said, "I
him
don't
credit.
y'all."
Y'all
You give
did
him
good,
credit.
though.
He said, well, I don't know about y'all. That's crazy.
Who you think
yo.
coming out the East then? Cleveland?
Nah, I don't know, honestly. Y'all
It's tough.
did good, though, man. I'm surprised y'all ain't make it, though, man. But, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully y'all can pull it off again. But the East, let me see. Yeah.
Everybody's injured.
Boston out of there, huh?
It's
My boy
only
ain't-
Tatum said
Orlando?
he coming back.
He said, I seen
He
said
said he
How old
could
is he?
play.
26?
it ain't gonna be the same that fast. I don't believe though. But no telling with this new stem cell shit, he might have came. He might have went to Mexico, got some shit.
Yo, niggas don't know about that. See, niggas
For
don't
real.
know about that stem
So
cell.
you a
shit.
Longhorn fan too? Because I see you got the Longhorn colors. Is that on
this
purpose or is that
this
just today?
orange, man. I'm definitely a Longhorn fan. U
Well,
of
I
H,
can't. Y'all ain't
TSU,
doing too
everybody.
good. I mean, since you talking
That
about
ain't
my
our.
Knicks.
That ain't our. I mean, I love Austin, but they not. I'm U of H.
Yo,
U of H.
Yo, he
Texas
threw a
Southern.
Manning under the bus.
Nah, that's not us. He not us. That's
That is
Austin.
wild.
Austin, like 2 hours away. We just got love for them. They in Texas, but nah, they not us. Nah, but,
Yo.
but
What you think about the college team making the Final Four?
who we talking about?
Houston,
Yeah.
the basketball team.
Now Houston.
They got Masterpiece son on there and everything.
I think, man, we can fuck around and take it all away, man. You know what I'm saying? Like real life, like they've been every year taking it a step further. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? So I think we on our way to greatness.
Oh, so you think y'all could win it, but you don't know about us?
I don't know about y'all. I don't know about the New York Knicks on that end now. But nah, y'all did good last year. Surprised me, but yeah, it's like really like I didn't think that y'all would, be that good. But like I say, who would I say on the East? Yeah, I would. I don't know.
It's them,
Cleveland's
Cleveland,
only
and
one.
Orlando. That's it.
That's it. Yeah, y'all might though, man.
See?
Y'all might. What about Oklahoma and but they are.
Oklahoma's in the West.
Y'all
so-
in the West with y'all.
Y'all in the West.
Y'all got to
Oklahoma.
get past them.
We not worried about them though. Like I say, we was just playing and we was up.
It's crazy. They're not worried about the champ. What's the biggest misconception about Slim Thug?
Biggest misconception
Yeah.
about Slim Thug. I don't know, man. A lot of people, like I say, it's just the gossip blogs. They just clickbait me. A lot of them people clickbait me and make me say shit that I ain't actually say, or they take a piece of my conversation and make it sound like something else. But I don't know, man. Like really, I'm tapped out of what people, say about me. Misconception. I'm just like I say. I stand on black business. I'm black owned, black ownership. I give back more than your man. Like we done built houses in my old neighborhood, like 10 houses, like I know, and townhouses and everything. We done gave away a free home to a Hurricane Harvey victim. I did so much community stuff, Boss Like Ball. Like, I got a lot of good accolades. They gave me my own day, behind my name.
Congratulations,
Congrats
bro.
on that. That's mega.
I mean, shit, I give everybody a day now, so it don't mean shit. But, like we really, me and my people, man, we did a lot for the city, man. We've been putting on for a long time. I did it independent, So it's a lot of stuff I stand on that I think that a lot of people should stand on,
I got a question that's probably gonna have the blogs going crazy.
How the blogs going crazy.
But I think you have a great perspective on this, man. As we all around the same age range. does it even make sense for men to get married now? Is it worth it?
Man,
I say no.
I say it's some people who deserve to get married and who it might work for, but I don't think that it's a smart business move
Mm-hmm.
for somebody who already got their shit together, or just period. In 2025,
It's tough, man.
you really living in a
Monetized market.
a Disney world. You living in a Disney movie
Mm-hmm.
by trying to predict, what it is. I mean, like if you put in the time with that person and it's real. Okay, let me not, because I don't want to say don't get married. I know a lot of people married who happily married, and it's good for them. But I think the time is making the great decision. I think once again that I don't understand about marriage. Why? Let's say we're gonna live 100 years. Like I'm always doing math. People hate me for it. So if we're gonna live 100 years, right? And I met you, what, 3-4 years ago. We supposed to, predict that we're gonna be together for 100 years off of knowing each other 4 to 5 years. How long people say you should wait before you get married? I don't know.
Like 7 years.
7 years. Like now, if you do some 10-year shit, I feel like you can see all sides of a person. You can see when they was up, when they was down. You'll really kind of get to know somebody. And I feel like people who wait 7 to 10 years, they marriage might work. But it's a lot of
Nigga, I
people.
waited 8.
Oh,
And
for
I was
real?
married for 4, and I'm getting a divorce
Damn.
right
Damn,
now.
see, then you hear stories
And
like
I'm gonna
this.
keep it real, and I really love my wife. You know what I'm saying?
But you also fought to keep the marriage together.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Let's not
I did. So it wasn't smooth.
See,
Yeah, it wasn't smooth.
it just seemed like a scam to me, bro. Like when I think if you think in business, it's scam likely, like real scam.
But you know
He
what?
said a scam like
But you know what offends me about that? When the men were up making money and they tried to protect themselves with a prenup, they would always say, "You don't really love me.
Right.
If this is really about love, you shouldn't be worried about protecting your assets." Now, Cardi B and Offset going through it, and they thinking Cardi B might have to pay the money out, and all the women saying, "Oh yeah, protect your asset." And I'm like, whoa.
Halle Berry has to pay $8,000 in child support, and she said
that's
child
crazy.
support's a scam.
Yeah.
Halle Berry with $8,000. Regular niggas out here paying $8,000.
Right.
Okay,
Crazy.
get money, and she pay $8,000. She's a mega millionaire, and she's like, this shit is a scam.
Exactly.
Boy.
Exactly. But that's marriage, that child support, all that shit is like.
But you know that goes into the judges' funds, and people don't even know that.
Exactly.
The whole, they get a PC off of that. That's why they be like,
Crazy.
I don't care. That's why when they said, even though you're not the father, if you sign that birth certificate, it's a cash flow business going in to line it
That's
up.
like one of the number one things that stop somebody from being successful is children and out of wedlock and having child support, man. It's a dream killer, man.
Yo,
It's a dream killer.
yo, you dropping balls right now.
I'm just saying, like,
It's
that's
real
what
shit.
you gotta look out for. Like, a lot of people, once again, everybody want to move too fast, man. When really the patience is a virtue. And that's what they've been telling us. And I know we don't never want to hear it, but that's what the answer is.
But
patience.
we be broke, dog. Dog, you know
Niggas
that.
ain't bosses,
Dog,
dog.
you talking from a different standpoint and all that.
Yeah.
But but in the beginning, niggas be broke and they don't think they got that time.
Add up though. It's like this though, man. If I give you $1 million and you never had $1 million right now, you ain't gonna know what to do with that $1 million. You're not gonna know how to pay taxes on that. You're not gonna know how to maintain that. You're not gonna know how to flip that. You're just gonna do some dumb shit. I'm gonna give it to my partner. Like niggas. If you live the levels of each step to that $1 million, you know how to handle 500,000. You know how to handle 700,000. You know how to handle $1 million now because you already had the experience of taking it step by step, level by level, learning each level, knowing when to fall back, knowing how to do everything. You see what I'm saying? Because you had to climb up that ladder. A lot of people try to get up there fast and they right back down fast because they skipping steps that needed to be taken. So that's why you got to snap out of I want to start out on top. A lot of people look at me like rappers try to pass me up in 1 year. I didn't do what I did in 1 year. I'm 25 years in the game. I add stuff every year to who I am, what I got. You know, whether that's jury calls, whatever it is. But a youngster try to come out here and do it all in 1 year, and that ain't how you. That's usually how you crash out. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do everything
Let me tell you something.
fast.
What you did in just '04, let's take that, and just for 3 months,
Yeah.
dudes can't even do in 20 years. And that's not even the whole culmination of who you are.
Yeah.
We talking about years later, years before that. So they're just even chasing a 3-month high that you don't even think of because the totality of your career is bigger than that.
Yeah, but like I say, for a lot of years, by me staying independent, and I had to be losing, and you know, it looked like I'm losing at least. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, now it probably looked like I'm doing more and getting what I'm getting and living. But I had to look like I was losing for a lot of those years. That's why I say in the entrepreneur world and being a boss, you like to lose. Not like it, but you know that you're going to learn from your losses. So you're not scared of them. You're not scared to take the chances. And then when you move on an independent level, you know, you're not risking as much as you risking when you on a major level.
I
you
think
know what I'm saying?
my final thought on this, entrepreneurship should be looked at like baseball. It's really hard just to be a 300 hitter. That means if you fail 70% of the time, you're a Hall of Famer. And that's what entrepreneurship is. You get your singles, but when you get that one home run,
Yeah.
it's like, whoa, it makes up for all them swings and misses.
It's really not even that though. It's like this to me, how I look at it. See, and that's why I tell you, I'm not even chasing the radio or no shit like that, right? Because it's like real estate. It's like every album I put out is a house I built, and it's gonna pay me rent every month,
Residual.
and I'm gonna just keep building new houses, and every one of them gonna pay me something. One of them gonna pay me like a trap maybe, and one of them gonna pay me like a mansion. But either way, I'm gonna build 3 houses a year and collect the rent. You know what I'm saying? And now I got a neighborhood of houses that I've been building since I was 17. So that's how I live the life I live. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you should just focus on, building your houses every year, you know, creating and putting some out. And long as you do that, shit, you know, it's gonna add up. Like I say, sometimes the check might be, you know, a little money. Some of times it might be big. It's our income though, and it's all adding up. And before you know it, you're gonna be, you know, making more than motherfuckers who came and left. You know, who had one good year and sold they shit because they was only getting a percentage, the small percentages. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
How important is promotion and marketing, Doug?
It's very important, but I'm horrible at it. Like I don't even do it. Like I think I'm Louis Vuitton or some shit. Like I just, like I say, I have a direct connect to my fan base. They know me. They know I've been consistently delivering, you know, music, whatever, every year, doing what I do. So they looking for it more.
Maybe
than I
that's your
got.
promo and marketing.
Right.
Consistency.
Right.
Because when
Yeah.
you stay in people's faces, then you don't gotta
Yeah.
do that type of shit.
But then too, lifestyle. I do marketing and promotion through lifestyle. Like, you know, I be on the bitch, I be living and playing my song, you know, riding in a Rolls Royce or some shit, playing
that's
on
marketing.
vacation, you know,
Marketing.
playing
Oh,
my
you
song
good for
in the
being on
background.
vacation and dropping
But
a
yeah.
What
good
did the
talk.
vacations do for you? I only got a couple more
Open my
questions.
mind,
Yeah,
man.
but when, because I've always told people,
Yeah.
the one thing that the music business did for me, I traveled around the world.
Right.
Traveling around the world, seeing really real poor people, seeing how people swerve, that we all really the same as people to get money just like you, and here Curacao, all these different type of places, right? But what did it do for you in changing your mind from where you came from?
It's, you know, like I said, it opens your mind. You get to realizing that we the youngsters of the world. Africa way older than us, Italy way older than us, a lot of places way older than us, and it's just open your mind to knowing that it's we ain't the shit. We ain't the coldest people on earth either. Like it's zero crime a lot of these places we go to, these people living like kings. Like even on a marriage basis, you know, like we really on some white people rules over here, bro, on some American rules. If you think about it, in Africa, I posted the other day, there's a dude, a king got 15 wives, 100 servants. In Africa, you can have more than one wife. You know, but over here you lose your whole value of everything you ever worked for cheating, you know. So it's like,
That's what
who
you
right?
gotta laugh at the reality.
And then as black people, who do we want to be like? We want to be more like Africa, more like us, or we want to be like the European people, or, you know. What is sounding proper? Is it sounding like them proper or sounding like us? You know, it's a lot of that, bro. It's so much shit you can think about that by us just being in America, we've been stripped away of so much, man, and mentality and just culture, everything. Like even way back then, like I say, in Africa and Saudi Arabia and different places, these dudes got 5 wives, like, you know, like and over here you got 5 baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? Is it like
Make it make sense.
You know what I'm saying? Like, are we wrong? Are we being out with who we are as, you know, people from, you know, being from kings and, you know, queens or whatever? Are we just doing that over here and we just in the wrong
being
place?
ridiculed in the wrong place and being ridiculed for what we would naturally be doing.
That's what traveling make you wonder. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, are we over here losing everything and, you know, you cheater, but in Africa it's not like that. You can do that. You know, so are we in the wrong place?
Wrong time.
And then not just in Africa, like a lot of places.
That's cool.
Exactly. Like, you know, so it's like, that's the questions that make traveling make you wonder. Like, man, damn, should I be living over here, living like this, or
Different level of clarity, man.
yeah. But you don't even think like that. Like and then once that happened, once you realize that, you know, we really can have 5 wives, like, do your DNA test. You know, where your shit say you from, you know. If it say you from West Africa, mine said West Africa. I looked up how many wives can you have in West Africa? As many as you can afford. This is my blood.
That's why you feel that way.
Exactly. But because I live in America, what? I gotta go to, you know, you lose everything if you you live how your blood.
You know what? Now they're changing the rules of cheating now. You don't even have to have sex. It could just be she felt like you had a connection, and they're getting away with this.
Yeah, exactly. That's because we letting them. That's because we just agreeing with whatever, and that ain't what I agree with.
A girl said she was, you know, assaulted on a sexual level.
Over the phone?
No,
and
the guy, because the guy said, "Oh, hi," and she transmitted that as a physical action. And they're like, you can't do that. We could go, we going off the rails.
What's the money commandment that you live by, Thug, which means something you do to ensure you're going to keep money in your pocket?
Man, how do I ensure I'm going to keep money in my pocket? Every day I do something, you know, like I decorate my days. And what I do, my daily routine is I wake up, go to the gym, I run 3 miles, I work, I do some, you know, rap stuff or whatever, because that's what got me here. I work on my old schools, that's my hobby. I spend time with my family, you know what I'm saying? I think long as you do a little every day, the days and time pass up so fast that you know, it adds up, you know what I'm saying? And that's what people need to just focus on. Making sure every day you're doing what you're supposed to do. A song a day, you know what I'm saying? Or something like that where it just add up. That's just my thing I do. Yeah.
BagFuel, baby.
Yo, BagFuel, like, subscribe. Super thanks. I want to thank Slim Thug.
Appreciate y'all coming to H-Town, hollering at
me. Beautiful exchange of dialogue, man.
Yeah, I just appreciate the fact that y'all really receptive to us sitting down and really talking to y'all, trying to get to the inner core of this town for what people don't know about it. Right. Y'all know about it, and the people have been coming here, but everybody outside just coming to vacation, they just know it's all the chicks here, but it's a lot more here.
Like I say, Houston is a big small town where it used to be, but it's known for a lot of bad women partying. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Good
say,
food.
great food. Yeah, that's one of the main things we known for. It's like one of the most diverse cities in America. Like we have every race out here, and you know, from food to all that, you can experience all that, and it's all good because, like I say, we all even together. Like you can see all different kind of races at one place. You know what I'm saying? Girls, whatever.
That's dope.
Yeah,
Well, thank you for bringing us here. Appreciate that.
appreciate y'all.
Shout to Jimmy Nichols. Thank you, Jimmy,
Yeah.
for the plug with Slim
Jimmy.
Thug. Put me right on the 3-way text and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, BagFuel, we out of here. You heard?